Hello, kids. Decided to do something a little bit different. No unboxing here. Uh, no reviews of current movies. Though I will do a kind of a review of the Ghost show I saw last night in Toledo. Uh, I can't quite remember the name of the band that opened, but they were actually quite good. Uh, uh, I can't remember the name. I'm sorry, but yeah, they were actually pretty good. Nothing I would really buy, but they tore up the place. They actually obviously had a proper sound check, and they almost seemed like they were the main band. I mean, that's how good the performance it was, the light show, the sound, and everything. But the Ghost show, I saw it at the Huntington Center in Toledo. I'm from Michigan. Uh, yeah, the place is pretty good. My seat wasn't really as good as I thought it would be. It was, front row isn't necessarily always a good thing. Front row just before the main floor, and of course the seats were kind of positioned low. I was able to see that the band, the sound was good. Uh, they excluded my favorite song from the latest album. Uh, uh, I think it's called uh, "See the Light." Unfortunately, they didn't play it, but they played all the good stuff anyway, and I'm sure they excluded some other good stuff. But what I liked about it a lot was they had used to pipe in uh, background vocals. Now they have modified masks and more people on stage, uh, like three guitar players. The third guitar player, he did back up another guitar player, one of the main guitar players. He played or he sang backup. Uh, they had two ladies playing keyboards. One sang backup when she wasn't playing for I'd say about 2/3 of the show, and then the other, when she wasn't playing, sang backup. Uh, so it's a much more live performance. Not to say that the old days, which were just a few years ago, uh, everybody would play on stage. Nothing was piped in other than maybe a little bit here and there, but mostly background vocals. Uh, but it was a great show. I wish the turnout was better. It was a Tuesday night. The place definitely wasn't sold out, but yeah, I had a great time. I want to, as the title suggests, that these are the more recent stuff that I've been listening to that I've bought this year, from this year. Uh, the first one, talking about Ghost. Whoops, excuse me, I got a text message. Yeah, uh, but the first time I went to see Ghost, I didn't know him that well, uh, but there was a band called Person. That's a Purson. Uh, Truthfully, it's a project band, much like Ghost. I mean, let's be honest. Tobias Forge is Ghost. He's the main guy. Rosalie Cunningham was and still is Person. uh, the second album, full length album, is almost all of her playing the instruments. She just doesn't play drums, and some of the guitar solos with somebody else, and uh, 1.5 songs uh, uh, was some other person playing bass. This one has the new album, which is self-titled, Rosalie Cunningham. She's coming out as official as a solo artist. Um, there's a lot more band on this one. It's probably much like the first Person album, uh, but these are supposed to be official members. But yeah, the new her new album, self-titled. I can't seem to find it. So I wanted to hold it up, but I'll include a picture. Uh, but yeah, I saw her and the band open up for Ghost. Uh, Relatively small place. That that's a wonderful way to see Ghost is up close, especially that up close and personal. Of course, I ended up buying a sweater at the show uh, last night. Merchandise was outrageously expensive. This is a leftover from a Pope Star tour, and it was only $40. I can only imagine what it was when the Pope Star tour was happening. But yeah, Rosalie Cunningham and Person has always been sort of retro, very hardcore British psychedelic type rock music. Um, a lot of people say, because she's female and it's psychedelic, oh, it sounds like Jefferson Airplane. Not really. It's very British. It's very, very, very British. If some of the stuff like Curved Air or something like that, it's not quite that, but it's within that type of realm. A lot of people call her progressive, but when you're really doing retro sounding things, how can it really be progressive? I mean, it's progressive for 50 years ago, not necessarily now, but I really really enjoy it. Uh, Going back to because Ghost is a Swedish band, going back to Sweden, uh, I got the new Opeth album. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. In Clada Vena, or it's Latin. I'm not quite sure what its meaning is, but this album there's two versions. I guess the official version is in Swedish, which is the first time that they ever recorded an album in Swedish. Uh, I haven't really listened to that one too much. I think I've just one go through with the English version. I like it a lot, especially one song, Charlatan. I really dig this song, Charlatan, right off the bat. Uh, First impressions, and if you know anything about Opeth, they went from progressive death metal to doing more of a very hardcore 70s sound to their albums about 4 albums ago. Heritage, I didn't really like Heritage. I thought the experiment didn't really work. The next album, Pale Communion, I really, really enjoyed. Sorceress is pretty good too. Uh, this is definitely better than Heritage, but I think I like the previous two better. It's still early, you know. And speaking of this didn't come out uh, this year. I think it was last year. It's a live performance. Sadly, it's only 90 minutes long. I mean, if you know Opeth, they have songs that are like 10 to 15 minutes long, and there's really not a whole lot of songs on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just 10 songs for 90 minutes. That I'm going to be seeing them in February. Whoa, what happened? Yeah. Okay. That was just my screen. But yeah, I'm going to be seeing them next year, February. Um, that'll probably be another 90-minute show. And they got a lot of material too. So that's kind of bummed out about that. This was not clearly marked at Amazon. It's not in a region that my Blu-ray player could play, but I tried it in my PS4 and success, so I didn't have to return it. Yeah, I think this was recorded in 2017, released last year, and it's definitely worth getting. Now I'm a fan of a band called King's X. They're my favorite band, period. Their lead singer, bass player, Doug Pinnick, he's doing side projects. He churns out solo albums quite often, but he also plays with other people. And this is a band called KXM. The K is for Korn. The drummer, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. I'm sorry, Ray. So the current drummer for Korn, George Lynch. The M is for Mob, and the X is for King's X. And this is their latest album. They have 3 of them. I'm not a huge fan of the first one. I think that's a self-titled one. They have the second one I love called Scatterbrain. Like I said about the Opeth, this is very early in the listening stage, and at this point, Scatterbrain actually does win out. I did a pre-order, so I got it signed. That was pretty nice. Another pre-order with a signed CD is Samantha Fish. This is Kill or Be Kind. This is, I'm not sure how many albums, but this is the 3rd album I have. This album and the previous album, Belle of the West, I just absolutely are nuts for. The other one, I forgot the name of the album. I don't listen to it as much. That's very good. But these last 2. So I saw her on Facebook, and I thought it was be great to follow a woman who plays guitar, blues guitar. She's classified as blues. And then I noticed that she actually comes around in the Detroit area. So within a very short period of time, I saw her live twice, and she just blows the roof off the place each time. I mean, she's a natural performer, and she just, I mean, if you listen to it, check her stuff out, and you think it's good, make sure to see her live, because that's the way to do it, to really listen to her music. But yeah, this album's just as good as the previous album, and I really enjoy it. I only know one song from this next band. When I went to see them, I was surprised that they were even coming around. They're a Mongolian band called the Hu. That's Hu. Who knows? Who knows what it is in Mongolian? But for whatever reason, probably because the pictures of the landscapes, I started following on Facebook. Mongolia Live, who were actually at the show. I saw there was a place in Detroit, Mexican town in Detroit called El Club, the club in Spanish. I don't know if club is a Spanish word, but yeah, I knew this song called Wolf Totem because it was shared by Mongolia Live, and I didn't realize it went viral. And they're touring all over the place now, Europe, and I was pleasantly surprised that they came to Detroit. And I didn't get to meet the band. I didn't realize I could meet the band, but I got a signed copy of the album. Uh, I'm not sure how to pronounce uh, Gereg. That's the name of the album, and it's excellent. I loved every bit of the concert. Everybody was really pumped up for the show, and the energy just grew as the performance progressed. It was outrageously great, and yeah, I loved it. The album's excellent, absolutely excellent. I am going to try to include links to songs from each of these albums. Uh, I'm thinking of also like probably the first song I'm sharing is the song that Ghost did not play last night. Uh, but beside that, uh, all the current stuff, I might even do because it's all over YouTube. This this performance, so I'll probably include something from that. Uh, but yeah, let's go over it. You know, the new Opeth, the Hu, Samantha Fish, and KXM. Until next time, which shouldn't be too long because I think in a few days I'll be getting the horror pack. Well, I'll see you then.